Hello everyone, my name is Mallory Payne. To start envisioning what this camp should be, I started familiarizing myself with the wants and needs for the site and your mission to provide exceptional outdoor learning. I started with 3 key design strategies in mind. 1. Sustainability and resiliency. Students should learn how we can live without compromising or depleting current resources for future generations. We should have an understanding and compassion for the land. 2. Being inspired by nature. The architecture should learn and mimic from the marvelous ways in which nature has endured. This can be an opportunity for students to learn about biomimicry, building efficiency, and how that helps their environment. And 3. There's a need and desire for indoor-outdoor flexible spaces that can serve as a shelter but also have an emphasis on being immersed in nature. To exercise these principles, we need to be aware of the site's climatic conditions to best respond to them, responding to the temperature, prevailing winds, water source, and solar. Starting to visualize the camp and how we can best respond to the climate, I started to think about the structure's size, orientation, and how much impact they should have on the site. To start, I also needed to evaluate the program. I broke it down into essential, supporting, and plus. The essential program pieces also require the most architecture, while the supporting program can be more minimal. The key is to have minimal architectural intervention and let nature and landscape be at the forefront. To develop the site plan, I started placing the program down. The biggest structures are closest to the road for a couple of reasons. A lodge and a fire pit at the entrance is a great way to welcome the campers and can serve as a common meeting point for the campers and their guides. It also facilitates easy access for food service, and having this structure closest to the road leaves the rest of the site to be more immersed in nature. The circles signify the supporting program. These can be infilled by pavilions or designated open spaces that are concealed within the trees. They are placed carefully to respond best to what the program may require. For example, the astronomy to the furthest highest point of the site for unobstructed views, more technology or equipment reliant program closer to the lodge for ease, the observatory with clear views to the south, and a platform for any type of program at what you have helped us point out is the most beautiful unobstructed views to the peaks. For the lodge, I wanted to benefit from as much southern exposure, but also keeping the connection to the peaks. Although the lodge is the biggest structure, I wanted to keep it very open and permeable. The floor plan also allows for varying programs. Flexible furniture arrangements and acoustical curtains can also transform the dining space into a series of classrooms, lecture hall, performance space, or event space. For the cabins, to emphasize on the natural elements and give the students a spectrum of experiences, we have 4 different cabins to highlight different elements of nature. A water cabin near the stream. The slanted roofs direct the water into water cisterns below, and the campers can feel immersed in the rain within the comfort of their cabin. A sky cabin. By concealing and keeping all of their connections to the land to a minimum, the focus goes to the sky. A wind cabin. Having the capability for the cabin to be open from the northeast to the southwest creates a wind tunnel effect. A terrain cabin is pointed towards the peaks, and the architecture points your focus to the landscape. For the interior of the cabins, I wanted to keep them minimal, no bunks or beds, just recycled rubber mat as you would see at a playground to provide warmth and comfort, and the students can bring their sleeping bags or blankets. A day for a camper would start by arriving on site, being welcomed at the central fire pit and lodge, maybe starting with some breakfast or lunch to reunite or meet their friends while they eat, meeting their roommates at their cabin, walking their trails for their next activity or class. On the trail, I wanted to incorporate some wayfinding in form of learning opportunities about their local vegetation and wildlife. And at the end of the night, around the campfire, stargazing, or a performance at the amphitheater. Thank you.